back at the Turf Moor again after the exploits of FA Cup round 4 last Saturday against Liverpool. Whether that's still in the Clarets' mind for midweek, we'll just have to see this afternoon. Today's opponents, of course, Swindon Town, and something we've said, good afternoon Tony, about this, Burnley need 3 points, because failing to do that today, they could land themselves rock bottom with Notts County.
That's right, Dave, yeah, it's a game that Burnley dare not lose, and those were the words on the local radio last night of former Turf Moor favourite Leighton James. And that's perfectly true. A game today which sees third from bottom, the Burnley side of course playing Swindon, just one place above them, and Jimmy Mullen also saying that we have to put all the FA Cup talk out of our minds as we meet Swindon. They're another team of course at the wrong end of the table as ourselves, and of course this afternoon's game crucial and a proverbial 6-pointer, as it were.
Yeah, it certainly is. The Clarets lineup, if we can just give you that before the team kicks off. Firstly, the Burnley side in goal, Marlon Beresford, 2, Gary Parkinson, Craig Armstrong, another month's loan at 3 from Nottingham Forest, Steve Davis, skipper at 4, partnering Mark Winstanley, 2 centre-backs at 5, Adrian Randall at 6, his septic toe must be a lot better today. Alan Harper 7, Jamie Hoyland 8, 9 John Mullin, 10 Liam Robinson, and 11 David Ayres. Jerry Harrison returns on the bench again with Ted McMinn, and Wayne Russell is the reserve keeper. And the Swindon Town then, Nicky Hammond in goal, Mark Robinson 2, Edwin Murray 3, 4 Ian Culverhouse, former Norwich City player, 5 Luke Nieholt, 6 Sean Taylor, 7 Kevin Horlock, 8 Wayne O'Sullivan, 9 Jan Hager Fortov, 10 Peter Thorne, 11 Martin Ling. The subs for Swindon Town, Andy Much, the former Wolves man, at 12, Ty Gooden at 14, and the reserve keeper for Swindon, Fraser Digby. That's another name that we've heard of in the past. 1 or 2 tongue twisters in the Swindon side today.
Yeah, of course, one of those which you mentioned, Jan Hager Fjordhoff, the First Division's leading goal scorer in all competitions, and Swindon come here with quite a good record at Turf Moor over the years. The last Clarets victory over Swindon at Turf Moor was way back in that promotion season, 1972-73, when Burnley won here by 2-1, Dobson and Fletcher scoring in front of a crowd of 11,434, and by a strange quirk of fate, that season also had Burnley playing Liverpool in the FA Cup, but we hope for a better result than was that on that occasion when Burnley went down by 3-0 after drawing 0-0 at Turf Moor.
And we look back at the former Burnley, Swindon and Newcastle player, of course, Peter Noble, Tony.
That's right, Peter Noble, of course, a great servant for Burnley and Swindon. Played obviously 241 games for Burnley, 63 goals. For Swindon he scored 62 goals in his 212 matches, so obviously a great servant, and he was one of only 2 players to score 4 goals in a match for the Burnley side. That was in the 75-6 match against Norwich. The other one was a man called Tom Jones, so I suppose it's not unusual with a name like that.
Not bad that, as Swindon Town kick this game off on well, it can be said, a brighter day than we've had in the last 5 or 6 weeks here at the Turf. In fact, the sun's shining on Turf Moor. Robinson leaves the throw-in on that far side to Gary Parkinson, and David Ayres back in the familiar role of striker. And Swindon come away with it to the halfway line. Davis gets forward with the head. Edwin Murray will take this throw-in, looking for Kevin Horlock, but trying to get down that byline. Gary Parkinson being impeded for that challenge. Parkinson takes a good switching ball onto that left side. Craig Armstrong. Randall puts it forward for Robinson, but again Randall gets the return. Harper has to go backwards to Jamie Hoyland now. Offside going against the Clarets. Referee quickly with the whistle. And very much on the Clarets' mind, I would think, on Tuesday night, that replay against Liverpool. Do you think that's going to affect them today?
Well, this is a far more important game for Burnley. I'm sure Jimmy Mullen has stressed that to his players. They need to try and put that out of their minds, because 3 points are absolutely critical with, after today's game, a couple of away games coming up, so obviously they need to pick up maximum points on their own turf.
Yes, as Edwin Murray puts a searching ball up, and Randall straight back to Marlon Beresford, back after his 2-match suspension. And Wayne Russell doing extremely well in his 2 games he had for the Clarets. Oh dear, that was Nicky Hammond. Ballooned that one straight into touch. Couldn't get the right direction on that one. Robinson at the byline puts a hard ball, too hard in fact, and that will just run out of play. But the space was created for Robinson on that right-hand side. Yeah,
great chance there, and a very poor cross by Liam, unfortunately. Plenty of time to pick his men out, but far too over hit that ball.
And Stanley having a tussle with Johan Fuertoft. And Marlon Beresford to kick long from his 18-yard area. A long ball for John Mullin. Still Swindon. Peter Thorne on that far side, and Harper dispossesses Martin Ling. Runs well for John Mullin, and just whipped away from him by Ian Culverhouse. Parkinson has to go backwards this time. Davis, first time ball over for Craig Armstrong, and well, he was nearly in a shooting position, probably on his wrong foot, however. Harper races into the edge of the area, and Sean Taylor with a strong challenge from the visitors. Randall finds Parkinson, but Parkinson's ball wayward, and Horlock puts the ball long again for Swindon. Hoyland. Davis, strong as ever. Good ball too for Ayres, but that ball again running away like an express train. Kept in well by David Ayres. Excellent cross, up goes Mullen. Robinson, bit down for Armstrong, can't get the ball under control. Awkwardly bouncing ball for Craig Armstrong. Calvin wins Stanley, straight to the feet of Randall. Push wide for Parkinson, and a chance for Parkinson to shoot. Fires it straight at the fullback Murray, and somehow Swindon come away with it. Kept in on that far side by Horlock, and Burnley pick up play again with Davis. Harper. Randall, well, he was dispossessed. Kept in well by Mark Robinson. O'Sullivan's ball, will it catch the fullback? But Craig Armstrong's in before him, and the first real attack from Swindon.
Yeah, tremendous start to the game, especially by the Clarets, but on both occasions when they had the chance, the final ball into the box not up to the quality that they needed.
Well, Mark Robinson tried to get that ball across, and Craig Armstrong very quickly in on him. The referee's awarded a corner for Swindon. Fuertoft will be in that 18-yard area, no doubt looking for this one, as the ball swung in and swung out again by Hoyland. Ball played high, edge of the area, and ooh, that was Parkinson with a clearance which eventually did go out of play. Mark Robinson takes the throw in for Swindon now. Martin Ling. Edwin Murray on that far side for Swindon. And, well, he's got no options. He has to go backwards. Ian Culverhouse finds Mark Robinson. Good running off the ball from Wayne O'Sullivan, and well played from Adrian Randall. But O'Sullivan somehow manages to get his body in between the ball and Randall, and the referee awards Burnley a throw-in. And surprisingly, Swindon down there in the basement of Division 1 after last year being a Premiership side.
Yeah, they had quite a promising start to the season. They were in the playoff places for a time, but since then they've had a very poor run, and I'm sure the boss Steve McMahon has instructed them to go all right for the 3 points today.
And this is Helen Harper now, who puts a good ball down the right for Parkinson. A quality ball's required, and I'm afraid it's not. It's ballooned over from Gary Parkinson. It was a good ball from Helen Harper, but again we see Gary not really getting the cross in.
That's right. Just when they needed the final ball coming into the box, Gary Parkinson unfortunately guilty on a couple of occasions already. And Burnley with one or two promising breaks from midfield, but just need to get that final ball into the box a little bit more penetrative.
And it's Nicky Hammond with the kick for Swindon. And the ball back to Marlon Beresford, but it's not a good ball from Jamie Hoyland. Fortoft in that box now. Dispossessed. Still Swindon have it. They won't get that one, Martin Ling. Too much weight on that pass. Luke Nieholt, who manages to find Kevin Horlock, who twists and turns centre of midfield. Robinson again for Swindon. Armstrong held up by John Mullin. First time ball from Ayres, finds Parkinson, Davis overlapping right side for the Clarets. Looking for another good ball in. It is a good ball. John Mullen's head, and the save from Nicky Hammond. A good effort, good cross, and the connection from John Mullen.
Yeah, finally it nearly all came together there. A good sweeping Burnley move again, and John Mullen just getting on the end of it, who started that move himself when he held the ball up nicely, and as it came across, a good header downwards, but straight at Hammond.
It's Mullen chasing in again, but out comes Hammond as Mullen fires in on him. And an awkwardly bouncing ball for the Swindon defence there. And this game starting off, hopefully, as it means to continue here. Jamie Hoyland with that long searching kick again, looking for, well, David Ayres and Gary Parkinson on that far right. Ayres again back to Parkinson, looking at the Swindon bench there. Steve McMahon, the manager. Oh, and that was a good effort too. Again, Armstrong in on the keeper, and the ball fell in that 6-yard box. No Burnley player there, unfortunately. Hoyland. Mullen up there with Robinson, and comes off Craig Armstrong. So Craig Armstrong may have took a knock looking at him down there.
Yeah, he's looking in a little bit of pain, but with David Ayres, of course, on the pitch, I think if he had to go off, it wouldn't be too great a hardship. Ayres obviously excelling in that position when he's had to go there.
Yeah, Adrian Randall just dispossessed there. Alan Harper prompting all the way for Burnley. Horlock does well and gets Swindon back in possession. Robinson now playing the ball neatly and swiftly. That was straight to Marlon Beresford off Martin Ling. the days of the 60s when Burnley were a first division side, of course. Swindon always a great cup fighters in the old third division.
Yeah, and one match particularly springs to mind in the late 60s when Swindon beat Arsenal in the League Cup, and of course beating Burnley in the two-legged semi-final with Peter Noble, then of Swindon, and I think helped. I'm not sure if he did score in one of those games, but he certainly helped to put the Clarets out of the competition.
He certainly did, and along with that dreaded left-sided player, or a winger that he was it Don Rogers of Swindon Town?
That's right, Don Rogers, and I think the lad Smart as well up front, I remember vaguely. And of course in my very early years there, Dave, but Swindon obviously a very good cup side then, and of course this season they're into the semi-finals of the Coca-Cola, so they've done well.
As the ball played in hard and low again, the return for Ling on this right-hand side for Swindon. Plays the ball in, it's a good cross. Davis is there with the header from Mark and Liam Robinson. And he wins a free kick from that challenge by Edwin Murray. Will be Steve Davis now with that free kick. Again, two yellow shirts in there. That didn't fall too kindly for John Mullin, as Swindon come away with it now. That's a 50-50 ball there with Hoyland's mopping up here. Winstanley will have to be quick. He turns well, but gets dispossessed in a dangerous position for the Clarets. Martin Ling's ball in, and Harper, he doesn't get a connection, and Beresford. Ayres shrieking down that right-hand side, and he could get this ball back. Good ball in for Randall. Randall going to run at this defence. A ball surges in and wins a corner from that. Well played from Adrian Randall.
Yeah, and that's particularly by Eddie Randall there on that right-hand flank. A couple of defenders round him, but managed to work himself into a good position to win the Clarets the first corner.
So it will be Craig Armstrong to take this first corner for Burnley. The be-all end of the ground. First corner coming on 14 minutes then. As Armstrong it is. Oh, and there's the fullback Robinson up with Davis, and the goalkeeper's out, and that's hammered away. Parkinson over on this left-hand side now, and Davis says thank you very much, puts it up for Ayres. Burnley will be happy with this start, a lively encounter, and a goal is really what we're looking for early doors.
Yeah, promising start by the Clarets. They're looking very hungry today. They're not giving Swindon any time to settle. But having said that, Swindon have come here as well looking to get all 3 points, with a draw not being of much use to either side.
Mullin just letting that ball run away from him. He did get up the goals, however. He's won a throw-in. Martin Ling helping out the defence. Robinson still holding on to the ball, and his cross blocked by Luke Nieholt. Well, look, Nieholt. This is Davis now. Can he have a good shot and a good save from the keeper? Knew little about it, had to put his body in the way of that one. A tremendous shot from Davis.
Yeah, great effort by the skipper. Certainly surprised the keeper with the power, and couldn't keep hold of it. And I thought for a split second that was going to come off his body and go into the bottom corner. But fortunately for the Swindon number one, just tickling round that post for a corner.
Corner number 2 then. Armstrong takes it, and the goalkeeper up to catch in his 6-yard box, and I think he'll have to calm down after that save he've just made. That's Nicky Hammond from that powerhouse of a shot from Davis. There's a good feel at the ball. Kicks long towards the Ensley stand. Fjortoft challenging with Steve Davis there, and Marlon Beresford. Good kick from the Burnley keeper. Peter Thorne managing to get the ball backwards way. Wayne O'Sullivan again and Marlon Beresford, full-back role at the moment. The referee says no foul by Marlon Beresford. Did a good spot of shielding the ball in the left-back position there.
Yeah, good defending there by the Burnley keeper. I think quite a fair decision, 50-50, but obviously the Swindon man thought it had been obstructed somewhat there.
Yeah, I think I was a wee bit surprised to find Marlon Beresford outside his 18-yard area in that full-back position, but as it happens, it's not led to anything. And Swindon trying to get things moving very quickly here. Borlock puts it wide on the left for Edwin Murray. With Culverhouse now. Robinson for Swindon. Nieholt stabbed in, but no real problem for Beresford. Long again for David Ayres. O'Sullivan wins a throw-in.
Just going back to that goal kick there of Beresford, Alan Harper not very pleased with him for taking the quick, a little bit quickly, not allowing his colleagues to get upfield.
That's right. Still, it's Swindon Town pushing down the right-hand side, given away by Hoyland that time. And Horlock with a shot, a rifling good shot that one, and Beresford just failed to hold it, and for the second attempt, good hard left foot shot drilled at Marlon Beresford, that one.
Yeah, cracking effort, looking as though it was bound for the bottom corner, but a good block by Marlon, and recovered well in time before the Swindon forwards could get in for the rebound.
So that's the first real attempt on goal from Swindon Town, and a good effort it was too, and still playing the ball about like it's a hot potato. O'Sullivan and Ling racing in. Parkinson beats him to it. Pushed up for Ayres again, but Murray's in there. Pushed it out of play that time, however. And Steve Davis clears up field. A push, no doubt about that, a push from Sean Taylor on John Mullin. Gives Burnley a free kick. And Davis powers it up, but too long from Steve Davis, and Mickey Hammond quite relieved to catch that one at the near the byline more than anything. Battling away with Jamie Hoyland and Peter Thorne there, and Burnley up with Robinson. And well, that goes against the Clarets.
Yeah, Burnley looked like they had a good break on there, but an infringement, unfortunately, bringing play back. But still a positive start by the Clarets, but they're just allowing the lads in the Swindon midfield, especially people like Horlock and O'Sullivan, just to make one or two many breaks through that Burnley Burnley rear guard.
.21 minutes gone here at the turf, and Burnley 0, Swindon Town 0. Armstrong asking for support for this throw-in. Taylor puts the ball up long, edge of the area for Fjortoft, where just over his head. Pushed out long for Steve Davis again. And that was not intended. Davis back in it on that far side and very much involved in this game, as you may expect. Hoyland this time pushing it up, but again Murray for Swindon. Parkinson up for Robinson. Randall just couldn't get the foot to that he wanted. And well, there come Swindon again. Peter Thorne doing all sorts of trickery and getting the ball wide. Fjortoft, good shots, and well, a good catch from Beresford. Well positioned there for that shot. Liam Robinson gets a throw in from that one, and well, let's see if Burnley can perhaps grab a goal on the half-hour mark. Parkinson to take this throw in. Gets the ball in for Mullen, throws a good dummy out, was going eventually through to Craig Armstrong. Hoyland's ball very strong. One or two overhit passes from Burnley this afternoon so far.
Yeah, a lot of question marks over the distribution of the Clarets at the moment. One or two passes going astray. Steve Davis being the latest culprit with a couple of overhit balls.
Swindon with Robinson back to the keeper. Hammond wasn't kept in at the end. Burnley get a throw from that one. Armstrong to take it. David Ayres now the free roll of the striker. Winstanley's ball right up for Parkinson. Taken off his head by Ling. Harper lobs it in, looking for Mullin, and a foul by John Mullin on Taylor, the central defender for Swindon Town. And makes such a pleasant change not to be looking at the driving rain and the wind that usually hurls around the turf.
Yeah, the best day I think we've had at Turf Moor since possibly around October time. But so there's no excuse really from the players with the conditions today. The pitch looking in excellent condition once again.
Certainly is, and he's doing quite a lot of work, Sean Taylor, at the back for Swindon, and having his work cut out on John Mullin on his second full competitive game this season. Oh, and that's another ball which will agonisingly run out for a goal kick. And Nicky Hammond then to take this goal kick for Swindon Town. Hoyland up there gets a good header in, but Swindon with their bright dazzling yellow shirts. Down that left hand side, Martin Ling. Fjortoft. Corner then to Swindon. Edgen Randall perhaps thought he'd kept that ball from going out, and concedes the corner for the visitors, Tony.
Yeah, Swindon have started to come back into the game the last 10 or 15 minutes, and have noticed that they're not here just for the ride, and they're looking quite threatening, but at the moment Beresford just having to make that one save.
A good save that it was. Martin Ling to take the corner, then swerves it in and off the line practically by Craig Armstrong. A good corner coming on from Ling there. And the header, well, it was from the fullback Robinson heading towards Marlon Beresford's left-hand post there. Robinson Holds the ball at O'Sullivan, whacks it across, straight to Harper. That wasn't a good ball from Alan Harper. Had time to do better things. This could be good, however, and Ayres just loses his footing. Having a run straight down the centre, puts it wide for Parkinson. Now then, he has to go back to Davis this time. A quality ball this time, yes. And again, the keeper's up there. A punch from Hammond and Armstrong cross. And away by Taylor again for Swindon Town. Really pushing forward. O'Sullivan. Robinson. Culverhouse now. Winstanley in the way for the Clarets. Armstrong. First touch too long. Here's Jamie Hoyland. Push on Gary Parkinson. Martin Ling, referee, right in there to spot that. A lot of controversy over refereeings at the moment, and particularly in the Premiership with the hassling of the referee.
That's right, we had that situation at Blackburn the other night with the fan running on, and players virtually ready to thump the rest these days. They're going to have to clamp down on it really, and then with I think even more yellow cards for people like that that are just going up and showing the referee dissent, and it's obviously a very worrying time, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, and especially of course when well, they can only be described as obscene wages. I heard Bob Wilson say about some particular players in the Premiership, and because they're on that much, it gives them a lot to create about, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of pressure up there in the Premiership, and but at the moment there's far too many decisions that are questioned, and who would be a referee today? It's certainly a very difficult job, and it's not helped when players are questioning every small detail that they carry out.
That's right. If in doubt, book the players if they start remonstrating with the referee, and that's pretty good advice, I suppose, as Davis flicks on from Mullin, and that could be dangerous. That was Owen Robinson chasing after that ball, collided with the number 4 Culverhouse. That was a strange back pass from the experienced Culverhouse.
Yeah, a bit of sloppy defending there, and as it slipped past the keeper, Robinson looked like he could have been nudged there, but the referee playing the advantage and then not giving the offside when one of the Burnley lads was felt in an offside position, but a little bit of controversy there, but Burnley still unable to break the deadlock at the moment.
Yeah, still no goals here at the turf, and the free kick then when John Mullen was just offside momentarily, just coming round to the half-hour mark here in this first half. And Nicky Hammond to take this goal kick. Well, free kick, I should say. In that position, it's nowhere near a goal kick, is it? Davis up there. Well played from Steve Davis, only as far as Kevin Horlock, and puts that ball wide again. Thorne finds O'Sullivan. Fjortoft waiting for that one. Hoyland puts it away, and this one again for Mullen to chase on Culverhouse. Culverhouse dispatches the ball. No messing from the back 4 defender. Robinson over as far as Ayres. I thought he got a push or a jolt as he went in with Murray, but obviously the referee not seeing that. Would you see that as a bit of fighting, a bit of pushing?
Yeah, a little bit of 50-50 there. I thought it may have been given against Ayres, but the referee playing on in any case, not really coming to anything again for Burnley.
No, that attack dropping again down the plug hole. Davis tries to create something, a flick on from Mullen. Robinson just gone a little too wide with the ball, and it results in a goal kick, but looked like Robinson thought he was perhaps a wee bit nearer the goal.
Yeah, John Mullen doing excellent work again. He's made his presence felt this afternoon. He'll run all day for his boss, and giving the Swindon defence a lot of problems, and won that header well, and you say Robinson, it looked like he was in the clear for a moment, but just forced wide, and the ball going out just wide of the angle.
Yes, John Mullen, as you say, doing exceedingly well, and nice to see him in the side, the first team, after so many goals in the reserves. Free kick to the Clarets then. Joey Harrison and Ted McMinn on the bench with Wayne Russell. Ball played in, a good header again from Mullin, and here's heads it in and put out by Taylor. Cut to the Clarets. It's a nice bit of heading going on at the moment for Burnley.
Yeah, Steve Davis doing well to pick young Mullin out again, and Burnley again forcing a corner. So let's hope the distribution been not so good earlier in the match. Let's hope we can create something from one of these set pieces.
So another corner to the Clarets then, and exactly the same as the last three, as Armstrong puts it in across the face, and Robinson lays it back for Randall. I could go back to over to that far post. Hoyland's up there now. Here's Armstrong. Reverse the fullback's roll on the other side. Does well. Can he put the ball in? He does. It's too near the keeper. He can't hold it. Robinson. And again the keeper's in there. No foul. Burnley still have possession then. Now Gary Parkinson, ambitious that it is, just over the top.
Well, Parkinson is probably 40 yards or more out, but a good effort. But the keeper not happy that the referee didn't give him any protection there. Felt that he'd been impeded by one of the Burnley lads, but the referee, nice to see really. I think sometimes keepers receive too much protection, and in that instance the referee allowing play to continue.
Yeah, it's not to be confused with any Nat Lofthouse clips of films we've seen when the ball and the keeper goes into the back of the net. The ball played up again long for Mullin. Put out again by Taylor. Robinson has to lose it eventually. Fjortov, but Davis so strong, wins it back. Another cross comes in. The goalkeeper struggling to get there. Robinson, the fullback, puts it out. David Ayres and Craig Armstrong, the linesman's flagging like a railway guardsman there. Free kick on this left-hand side then, and good cross. Oh, and Davis hit him, but where did it go from there? I don't think the keeper knew.
No, I think he took the Swindon number 6 on the back. Good free kick coming in there, but Davis, I thought he got a clean header, but I think he just getting a deflection off the back of the defender and falling gently for the keeper.
So yeah, it's still Burnley trying to get their first goal. And surely they've tried really hard in this first half to get something from this game. Run away from Randall, but goes straight back to David Ayres. Up for Mullin now, and the man right on him is Koolhaus, and good play again from Mullin, and a chance for Armstrong, oh, and he shoots over the bar, and right on the penalty spot, and that look could have gone the top right.
Yeah, great chance there. Once again, John Mullin involved. He's having a great game up front, and unfortunately full-back Armstrong finding himself in the penalty area in a way. If that had been an out-and-out strike, and maybe it would have ended up in the back of the net, but possibly the nearest Burnley have come so far.
Yeah, certainly Burnley's best chance, and as you said, some great work from John Mullin for throwing a dummy in that area. The ball eventually falling to Armstrong, and just a fraction over the top. The foul on Robinson gives Burnley another free kick. Steve McMahon, the manager, not too happy with the referee's decision. Hoyland to take this free kick now for the Clarets. And again, the ball way over everybody's head, and another sort of dead ball situation wasted.
Yeah, Jimmy Mullen over there must be tearing his hair out, because these are the sort of things they must practice day in, day out up at Gawthorpe on the training ground, and then when it comes to the match day, at the moment, very few of them coming off.
That's right, we've had one or two errors in passing and, well, free kicks as well. So, but signs are there that Burnley should and could take the lead at any moment. But this is Winstanley now. Nice then falling over there for Harper, who puts the ball out. Kevin Horlock to take this one. Bit of a holding game on with Fjortoft and Hoyland, and Swindon win that one. Ling, Harper puts it out, can't keep it in. Much travel man Andy Much on the bench, Tony, the man who played for Wolverhampton against us in that Sherpa Van final.
Yeah, the £250,000 move from Wolves in '93, did Andy Much, and scored in that Sherpa Van final, of course. I think it was the first goal.
Referees awarded Burnley a goal kick from that one on that byline. Beresford now with a long, good, strong kick. Robinson just can't get the flick on. Sean Taylor getting through hoodles of work at the back there, usually against John Mullin, and then Culverhouse is now marking Mullin. Robinson down on the floor, and away come Swindon Town again. Robinson. O'Sullivan. Oh, and he's nearly got round Hoyland, but he makes a good clearance to Culverhouse. Horlock is going backwards way. Back to his keeper, Hammond. Davis looks so easy sometimes from the Burnley central defender. That's the best place for that one, as Jan Hager Fjortoft came in on him.
Yeah, Fjortoft obviously has caused many centre-halves problems this season, and I'm sure the Burnley skipper fully aware of his presence. Fjortoft, remember in the first game down at the county ground, missed an absolute sitter in that 1-1 draw in which John Gale came on and got the equaliser for Burnley.
That's right, no more John Gale. He's over at Stoke now. But we have McMinn and Harrison on the bench. Mullin gets a trip in holding the ball up and does well again, John Mullin. Really well down to that touch line. Wins a throw-in, I think. No, the referee's given it against John Mullin, but some good play again from the youngster. Stanley gets the foot in, but cuts inside him. It's a strange one from Nieholt. Steve Davis hammers the ball out for Mullin. Magic play, but just going to go too far. This is Robinson just under the television gantry to Nieholt. Davis again for the Clarets. Nieholt gives it down for O'Sullivan now to the byline. If he can get the ball across, it could spell danger, but Davis just gets it on the top of his head. And Parkinson clears up front for Ayers, and gives a sloppy ball away, and fights for the ball back, does well. David Ayres now. Parkinson gives it back to him. Trying to switch it on this left-hand side for Armstrong. Some good football from the Clarets now. Armstrong lays it up for Mullin. Mullin tries to go around Culverhouse, but Culverhouse, an experienced campaigner, and read the situation well, the former Norwich player.
Yeah, it's a very fast-flowing game, this one, and I thought David Ayres was a little fortunate to get away with that challenge a while ago when he lost possession and then went back to retrieve the ball, but he got away with it, and he did it by setting up a very promising Burnley move again.
And David Ayres just trying to get Gary Parkinson going, went to the back of his leg, so he couldn't really do much about that, as here come Swindon again with Fjortoft on the inside left channel now as he pushes it up. Again, he takes the return. Davis will have to be strong. Fjortoft lays it off for Robinson. He crosses in. Oh, and that's a goal. And that is Swindon Town's first goal, and it comes from Peter Thorne. Well, it was a cross on that right-hand side, and really, after all the work, Burnley fall a goal behind.
Yeah, unbelievable. Peter Thorne, £200,000 buy from local rivals Blackburn, so that'll be a very sweet one for him. Getting on the end of a good ball in by Robinson. He's fired in some good crosses, and this was one that the Burnley defence were unable to cope with.
On 42 minutes then, Swindon Town take the lead. Thorne the scorer for the visitors, and Burnley have it all to do again. They've certainly tormented this Swindon Town defence, but nothing to show for it again for the Clarets. Nicky Hammond's kick, flick on from O'Sullivan. Thorne, the scorer of the goal, doesn't get any luck that time. Owen Robinson just keeps that in. Good strong challenge from Edwin Murray. Taylor. Randall for Harper. Mark Winstanley down for Craig Armstrong now, and Mullin and Culverhouse. Culverhouse just keeps it in for Robinson. Here's O'Sullivan again. Substitution time for the visitors. Ian Culverhouse coming off. It's like Ty Gooden.
Yeah, it's not one I know too much about. Culverhouse, of course, the former Norwich man, picking up an injury, so hopefully, with no disrespect to him, that might help Burnley's cause. But the Clarets have played quite well in the first half, and obviously they're a great setback to just go behind a couple of minutes before the break.
That's right, and just lacking that killer punch in the box, which must be said they've been lacking most of this campaign. And this is Hoyland now for Burnley. Free kick then. Just to Barry, the referee. He's trying to let this game flow. He's done quite well. Well, we make it half-time here at Turf Moor. 45 minutes are up as Hammond takes the kick for Swindon Town. Davis. A foul by Steve Davis on Jan Hager Fjortoft. And Fjortoft, well, is he going to take this one? No, he's left it. Kevin Horlock hammers the ball. A good shot with his left foot that he has, and just wide of Beresford's left-hand post there. And, well, it's a goal to nil to Swindon, and it was a little bit disappointing after all the play that Burnley have had in this first half.
That's right. It seems incredible to think that Burnley have yet to have a clean sheet at home in the league. let a goal in obviously this afternoon already when last week against the likes of Rush and Fowler we kept a clean sheet. So it's hopefully at the half-time coming through will work wonders and that we can come out and get right back into it in the second half.
That's not right, Tony. It's Burnley trailing by a goal to nil. We'll be back in the second half. I mean, we're joking now. Apart from that, I mean, if Burnley don't manage to get anything from this game, it's looking a wee bit serious down there. The trap door will start to open up.
That's right. Swindon win today. They'll go around 5 points clear of the Burnley lads. So obviously, even though Burnley have 1 or 2 matches in hand, you can't beat having points in the bag, and really you've got to win your home matches. So let's hope that the Clarets can pull it around in the second half.
It has been a season really of incidents. Burnley have had opportunities to score time and time after time, and at the end of the day we have really lacked a centre forward, the calibre of, if you like, Willie Irving, Andy Lockhead, Billy Hamilton, the type of player that instinctively gets the ball in the net.
Yeah, much of Burnley's approach play has been good on the eye, good to watch, but it's been that either the final ball in the box or the killer punch that's been lacking. Let's hope that the likes of young John Mullin can find the onion bag, as it were, in the second half.
Yeah, the season as a whole, I mean, there's talk, I don't know how true this is, but we have heard that Burnley will maybe signing Paul Stewart from Liverpool on loan. I'm not just sure how true that is, but I think obviously there is a possibility the big lad could be coming here.
That's right, Paul Stewart could be coming on loan, which would be Burnley's last loan signing. I think you're only allowed to have 5 in a season. So obviously Jimmy Mullen will be hoping that if Paul Stewart comes next week, that he can sort of start taking the chances that others have failed to convert.
Andy Walker's been mentioned. I mean, Burnley have put a bid in for him in midweek. 400,000, perhaps 500,000 mentioned, and Celtic flatly refused for him to come here.
Yeah, there's been so much paper speculation and talk about possible signings for Burnley. I'm sure many of them are unfounded, but there's that many. Each day that you pick up the newspaper, there's a different name mentioned, and until it's something signed on the dotted line, obviously you can take nothing for granted. But Andy Walker, I'm sure, would be a great asset to Burnley.
Yes, Andy Walker, of course, who played for Bolton not too many seasons ago. Then he got a terrible injury, and then he failed to get in the Bolton side, and then he moved back north of the border, didn't he?
That's right, but I'm sure it'd be a good acquisition if he came back. But we'll just have to see what happens in the coming few days.
The season as a whole continues to roll, and matches coming up at the Turf. I mean, we've got, I think Grimsby's the next home game, isn't it? And that won't be easy either. Yeah,
it's probably going to be another 6-pointer, but in the meantime, Burnley have got the cup match and then an away game next weekend, so just have to look as far ahead as those and hope we can start picking some points up.
Just about the cup match, we had a chance to beat Liverpool last Saturday. Do you think we could do it, get a second bite of the cherry at Anfield?
There could be a cup upset, but I wouldn't put my money on the Clarets. Let's hope for a surprise, but I think you've got to fancy Liverpool on their own turf.
Thanks for that. We'll go back to Rocking Robin, and the Clarets are on the field now, followed by Swindon close behind their heels. We've got Chris Vinicum, who's still out with that triple fracture of his jaw, which he got at Reading early on in the season. And that was a real blow to the Clarets, because Chris Vinicum was really coming back into some good form for Burnley, and he was proving to be an excellent buy from Glasgow Rangers. Second half underway then, and Burnley kicking towards the Ensley stand end. Straight to McMinn from Davis. Robinson, McMinn gets it back from him. And, well, a chance for McMinn to prove himself, to get himself in the starting lineup. Straight away brought down. McMinn wants to take a quick free kick. He's not been allowed to do that. Up for David Ayres, and he nearly got it, but he pushed it back for Randall. Up for David Ayres again now. Not a good cross from the former Blackpool man. Hectic start to the second half for Burnley.
Yeah, it's important for Burnley to get back into it as soon as they can. McMinn obviously causing problems straight away. Important for Burnley really to just bounce back, and obviously in the first half they showed a lot of good approach play. A lot of good football, but the killer punch not there, and obviously Jimmy Mullen must have been emphasising that in the second half, that chances must be taken.
And that was a duel there with Thorne and Steve Davis. Steve Davis winning the battle. Good head on from Parkinson, however there's nobody there, only the yellow shirts of Swindon. Edwin Murray takes the throw in. Substitute of course there just below us, Ty Gooden. Parkinson up for Robinson, Taylor's there, Murray, Pollock. Fjortoft just can't get the toe to that one. Winstanley leaves it for Beresford. O'Sullivan with that throw in for Swindon Town. Played up for Thorne. Swindon, as always, moving the ball around swiftly. And Ling straight at Parkinson. Good ball again from Steve Davis, but quickly in was Taylor. Whoa! The ball right on the television gantry there, and brought back to Gary Parkinson. First time that's happened.
Yeah, I was just about to have a crack from the halfway line towards the Swindon goal, but unfortunately pinched off me by one of the camera boys.
Swirling ball on the gantry. This is McMinn now, having a crack at goal, Ted, but he not got a good shot there. Nicky Hammond to take this goal kick for Swindon. Mullen gets the head to it. Here's Eddie Randall up for Robinson. Looking for a wide man, nobody there. Parkinson, the furthest one forward. Ling gets a toe to that, finds Ayres. McMinn now. Taken off him by Ling, and Burnley have a throw in. Mullen gets the ball to McMinn, an early ball in for him. Robinson's flick on, falls to Parkinson, not falling for Parkinson. Gooden comes away with the ball. Thorne now picks up play for Swindon, and Gooden couldn't get his feet to that one, thankfully. Mark Winstanley up for Ayres. Ayres dispossessed. Ling puts the ball across for Torthvet. Parkinson for Mullin. Foul by Murray on Mullin. Get booked for that one, Tony.
Yeah, bad challenge, no question about that. A definite yellow card. But Burnley just making it hard work for themselves. A couple of moments back, looked like a loose ball to be picked up by either Harper or Parkinson. They left it to each other, and all of a sudden Swindon had a break on at the other end.
So that free kick will be taken by Parkinson as Edwin Murray gets the yellow card from the referee, Mr. Barry. Parkinson's kick then over to that far post, up for Hoyland. Doesn't fall too kindly for him as O'Sullivan back, balloons the ball away, puts it out for a Burnley throw-in. And this is David Ayres over for Parkinson. A run by Davis on this right-hand side, but he won't get to that one. Murray's there before him, but can't do a lot with it. Davis up for Hoyland now, gets it, a good head chest down, Mullen! And straight in again was Taylor, the big number 6. He's been a real strong defender for Swindon, and just proving once again it takes a lot to get past this Swindon defence.
Yeah, good set piece this time by Burnley, good free kick by Davis, and a great knock down that by Jamie Hoyland, and John Mullen just couldn't get on the end of it. A good block by the Swindon Town number 6 there.
Davis again up for Mullen. And Robinson puts it wide for Sullivan, he puts it out. David Ayres. Back for McMinn via Robinson. Here's McMinn then on this left flank for the Clarets. Another good ball in and right to the back post, still in play. And Gooden puts the ball out. Liam Robinson. Back for Parkinson. Going to have a left foot shot with this one. Not too much power, but the keeper, well, he couldn't hold it. I don't think there was that much power in it, but it took the keeper by surprise.
Yeah, worth a try. I mean, you won't score if you don't try shots, so Parkinson is definitely one not afraid to try a shot, and as you say, must have just hit a little bump or something on the surface and bouncing back off the keeper's chest. Unfortunately, John Mullin not on hand this time, just to follow it up.
Burnley concede a free kick with Liam Robinson there. Then Sean Taylor to take this one for the visitors, and skipper for Swindon. Hoyland heads forward. Hoyland. Randall eludes his man. Taken away from him by Hurlock. Foul by Randall. Fjordtoft having the ball taken away from him by Winstanley that time. Mullin again. Harper, referee, in the way that time. Mullin. Ayres. Randall just couldn't control that ball. Things not just going Burnley's way at the moment.
Yeah, again a good little build-up and then a poor ball by Ayres trying to search Randall like. But I think at the moment with Burnley playing these three centre halves, I think it's a little bit of a luxury with the 1-0 scoreline. I think it may need an emergency change in this game, maybe to push Jamie Hoyland up front to add a bit of height to the forward line.
Yeah, that's a good point, that. And Robinson now racing down that outside left channel. He'll have to hold the ball up. There's nobody there yet. There's only Mullin. This is McMinn. The wizard on the wing. Another good ball, but again straight to the centre half. Nieholt. Thorne. Pulling from Harper. Referee blows up. But he's given it to the Clarets. Steve Davis. Mullin, can he do something with this down to the byline? Has to give it back to McMinn. Free kick given. There's certainly some time for this free kick to come over. Parkinson powers it in. Davis headers wayward, and again Burnley struggling to find the back of that net. Certainly they're having troubles with Ted McMinn since he came on Swindon.
Yeah, he's been a bright spark for the Clarets since he's come on, but just going back to that point about maybe throwing Hoyland up, Burnley really struggling with just Robinson and Mullin, the sole forwards really up front against a four-man defence, and Burnley really needing to get in far more bodies into the box when they do break through.
Yes, as Taylor again puts the ball out with Robinson pursuing him. Having A bit of trouble getting the ball back from the Swindon spectators here, but he's managed to get it over the fence. Quickly in for Robinson now. Oh. Having to look for that left-hand side again with David Ayres. In for Randall, but again Robinson, the number 2 for Swindon. Good ball again played to McMinn. Over to the keeper, and that's from Randall. Fjortoft, Hoyland, back to keeper Marlon Beresford. Kicks long and trying to nearly caught Fjortoft's head there. Right. Nieholt puts it wide for O'Sullivan now for Swindon. Thorne nearly put through, Beresford out. Yeah, Phil may feel that Burnley will play most of this second half in the opponent's half without anything coming from it.
Yeah, the Swindon keeper, despite the Burnley pressure, hasn't really had to make that many saves. The Swindon defence playing quite well, but Burnley really making a lot of problems for themselves, and need to just try one or two different things to try and break this Swindon defence down.
That's right. Steve McMahon, the Swindon manager, were quite happy with this scoreline at this present moment, and they're looking very anxious on the bench over there.
Yeah, McMahon, of course, out of action, breaking his arm in, I think it was on New Year's Eve, but he'll be very pleased with the scoreline, but obviously with all the Burnley pressure, aware that there's still a long way to go in this match yet. Certainly
is, and A.J. Randall bursts through the middle for the Clarets, for Robinson. Now then, a chance to put Parkinson on the ball there, but Robinson dispossessed. Robinson wins it back and loses it again practically. Harper. Winstanley for Ayres. Big long kick from Hammond. Fjortoft fails to hold. Hoyland up for Harper, and Harper goes back to Beresford. Given against John Mullin that time. A bit surprised about that. It's a bit of a rough treatment in this game so far, John Mullin.
Yeah, he's given as good as he's got, but I think that was a bit of a harsh decision. But it's really surprising Burnley with this 5-man defence. I would have thought that tactics might have been changed to try something else, and I certainly feel that maybe somebody the likes of Hoyler needs to be pushed up, because at the moment Burnley's being outnumbered at the other end of the field.
Yeah, that's perfectly true. I mean, obviously in the cup game on Tuesday, that's the system they will probably play 3-5 at the back, but that's another matter. Oh, and here's Gooden. Oh, and he shoots over the top.
A tremendous chance really to put the game beyond doubt. Good break again by Swindon, and Burnley defence once again flat-footed, and really that could have been game set and match for the visitors.
Yeah, the first half substitute Ty Gooden there, just blazing carelessly over the and wide of the Marlon Beresford's goal mouth. David Ayres for McMinn. Ayres again puts it up long. Robinson's down there. McMinn gets it in rather an awkward position, and again this time goes against Ted McMinn. Spot of fouling from the Tin Man. It's coming up to 16 minutes gone in this second half. O'Sullivan with the free kick. Ling gets it for Fjortoft, who does well, turns his man. Winstanley fouls him. Turns well for a big man, Fjortoft.
Yeah, he's looked quite dangerous today, and good turn as you say there, and I didn't think really when Stanley could get out of the way right on over there on that touchline, but the referee deciding that the Burnley man had caused the obstruction, giving the visitors the free kick.
Wayne O'Sullivan then with the free kick for Swindon. Hoyland gets the header forward for the Clarets. Edwin Murray coming forward, but again Hoyland's there for the Clarets. Only as far as Taylor, skipper for Swindon Town. The good block by Liam Robinson right on the touchline below the gantry here. Murray to take this throw in for Swindon Town for Gooden. Does well, he sends the Burnley fence one way, and Parkinson gets a timely challenge in. Fjortoft looking for it, getting it. Hammered across. Hoyland's there again with his head. Nieholtz just Mullin trying to get in there. Again up for Thorne, score of the first goal. Thankfully he couldn't get hold of that one. And Burnley still trailing by 1-0 here at the Turf. And we're just wondering about any more different formations they could use. We've mentioned that, bringing out Jamie Hoyland. Do you think that might happen?
Well, that seems quite a logical solution with the way the game's going, but the only other option, of course, is bringing Jerry Harrison on, but with him being can either play really midfield or full back. It's attacking options that Burnley are short of at the moment.
Still it's Swindon Town in possession, just on the halfway line. Ling for O'Sullivan. Nieholtz. Swindon moving like an express train at the moment. Fjortoft tries one. Well, that was a lob which really was way above Marlon Beresford's goal mouth. And, well, a bit of an hopeful shot from him. Beresford's kick then. Martin Ling leaping down that right-hand side then for Swindon. Plays it back. Fjortoft lays it off for Gooden. Here comes Steve Davis now, powering his way forward. Robinson. Return for Davis to the byline. The ball gets a corner for that one. Good strong play again from Steve Davis.
Yeah, great work by the Burnley skipper, and it's got to be a case of over my dead body sort of attitude now for Burnley, that they've got to get back into this game proud that they're wearing the Burnley shirts and really not trying now to do something about it in this last 20-25 minutes.
So a corner then which McMinn takes to the near post. The flick on out for Harper. Lobs it over to the back post. Hoyland's header, cannons off a man. Robinson hits the post. My word, that was hard lines from Liam Robinson. It cannoned off the far post, and Burnley are luckless again.
Yeah, Burnley not having much joy at all in front of goal. A hopeful punt back really by Harper, but Hoyland doing well in the air, and Robinson unfortunate to see his shot coming back off the woodwork.
Another good ball in from McMinn, deep on the right-hand side this time. And McMinn again chasing that ball, keeping it in. It's an awkward, that's good challenge again from Mullin. Here's David Ayres over Harper. What's Harper going to do with this one now? Plays it wide for Robinson on the left now for the Clarets. O'Sullivan watching him, a good play again from Robinson. Harper swirls it in, looking for Hoyland. Gooden heads it clear. Randall shoots and is wide. All that pressure and still no goals.
Yeah, Jamie Hoyland thought he'd been impeded in the penalty area, but well, looks like one of the Swindon lads have suffering from a bit of concussion or something, but as you say, plenty of pressure, but Burnley not able to finish it off.
Quite rightly too, taking Sean Taylor off for treatment. There's no real need for that. If you need treatment, the FIFA ruling is you go off. Hardly worth going off for, was it really?
Yeah, a little bit of time wasting there. The Burnley faithful on the long side, not very happy with the antics there by the Swindon men.
It's up to Burnley to reply with a goal, of course, and only can do that by keep prompting forward. Here's Davis, who just does that. Dispossessed, however. Beresford kicks long again into the afternoon air. Looking up for John Mullin. This is David Ayres, tries a snapshot. And practically, well, I thought it was going over the Ensley stand roof there. Trying to volley that one and nearly ended up in the Burnley Town Centre.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be at least onto the cricket field. Speculative to say the least, Ayres, but it would have been hailed a hero if that had ended up in the roof of the net. Yeah,
that's quite right. You've got to try these things. They don't always come off, of course, and Burnley have to try just about everything now to get this ball in back of the Swindon net, and it's not run for the Clarets so far. Parkinson, Murray, Ling, Fjortoft gets it off his shoulder, but a foul by Jamie Hoyland that time. It's a Horlock to take this free kick now for Swindon Town. Looking for Thorne on that far post. Thorne does well. The back of Randall. As far as McMinn, deep on the Burnley left. Played back, Mullen still chasing, the keeper frightened into that and putting the ball out. Two balls on the field, which is most unusual. Oh, 3 balls on the field now, then which one are we going to use? Mullin gets crowded out in the end. John Mullin. Fjortoft will pick this one up. Randall close, Hoyland close on him. Good play again from Hoyland. Martin Ling now for Swindon, plays the ball into the box. Fjortoft gets another foot to that one. Winstanley just keeping that in, did he? According to the linesman, no. Now Burnley have to come forward again, this time with Davis. Robinson. Davis up for Mullin. Robinson heads away for Swindon Town. Ling, Hoyland. McMinn with an awkward bouncing ball. Which way is he going, the Tin Man? Picks up Steve Davis, the captain. Can he go on one of his surging runs? Finds David Ayres. Now there's a chance for David Ayres on that left flank. Puts the ball over. A good 1-2, headed across. And Parkinson heads wide.
Another bad miss. Ayres getting a good crossover, and Parkinson, unmarked, really should have hit the target from that range.
Seemed to have all the time in the world, and he was going to place it.
Yeah, it looked as though he got caught in two minds whether to head for the corner or to nod it back for a colleague, but that was a definite opportunity for Burnley to level the match.
So still Burnley trail by a 1-0 here. The goal from Thorne in that first half for Swindon. And this is Steve Davis. But again, O'Sullivan picks the ball out, far as Winstanley. McMinn takes it on his chest, tries to get Harper here, but again, Swindon dancing around with the ball. Referee about to blow for a free foul there. Parkinson. Now Robinson. Robinson tries to find Parkinson up the byline. Across from him, which is way over the back post. David Ayres is up there, but no Burnley player really challenging Robinson to lay it off for Harper. And a shot from him which was going on target, hit the back of O'Sullivan, and Burnley cannot score. Fjordhoff now for Swindon Town, puts Thorne for his second. Surely that's 2-0, and Thorne makes it. Burnley 0, Swindon 2, and 2 goals.
Yeah, Thorne showing the Clarets how to finish the moves off. A terrific break again by Swindon, who have shown all afternoon that they can make those quick breaks and polish them off twice. And Burnley, from having great opportunity again at the other end, now find themselves with well, more than an uphill battle to get back into it.
Yeah, really put themselves against the handicap now. Peter Thorne then, who grabs a brace for Swindon, and Burnley continue to struggle in the penalty area. This was the last sort of result Burnley would want this afternoon.
Yeah, I was saying at the beginning it was a game they dare not lose, but you know, even a point wouldn't have been too bad. Obviously they needed a win, but a reversal again at home, especially against a side down there at the bottom, where it really does make life hard work in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, Burnley still haven't found that touch in the box. Having overall the territorial play, the Clarets still coming forward. Murray's in there, high ball up for Randall. Thorne. McMinn attempts to get this, does well to get the ball. Plays it up again for David Ayres, and 2 men on him on the right foot shot. Good effort, but wide again, and a corner given. Deflection from David Ayres' shot.
Yeah, Ayres going for the shot. I thought he might have tried to pull it back for one of his colleagues, but with the bad finishing that's been going on this afternoon by the Burnley lads, he's decided to have a go himself.
Can't really blame him for that, as McMinn takes the umpteenth corner for the Clarets then. And he's asking for a short one, is he? To the near post again, and Davis gets the slightest of touches with that one. Eddie Randall. Winstanley's up there, does well. With a fall for Parkinson there, but much to the joy of the Swindon supporters. The yellow shirts were also back defending. Ball staying in play. Jamie Hoyland watching it all the way back to Marlon Beresford. I think he was going to let it roll into the net for one horrible moment. Ayres gets the header in, and all the way back to Marlon again. Beresford kicks. Now here's Ted McMinn. Robinson running well off the ball, collects that one across, a good cross. Ayres header. Oh, and it's hit the post again. It will not go in for Burnley, that must be said.
Yeah, really bad luck this time. Ayres, a good header downwards, beating the keeper all ends up, but for the second time in this half, coming back off the post.
When your luck's out, it certainly is out, and Burnley must feel slightly aggrieved by hitting the woodwork twice, having a lot of the territorial play, and here comes Fjortoft now for Swindon Town. This could spell danger again. Gooden. Davis now for Robinson. And Liam Robinson's been brought off by manager Jimmy Mullen, being replaced by Jerry Harrison. Any thoughts on that, Tony?
Well, to be fair, Liam looks slightly short of confidence, and he's worked hard there, and nothing really coming off for him. And with Harrison coming on, I think it must signal one of the Burnley defenders, Hoyland, or maybe the skipper Davis, being pushed up into the forward line.
Yeah, it's all or nothing now with a 2-goal deficit here. Got to push up now, whatever the scoreline at the end of the game. It doesn't really matter. Not now. Swindon throw. Harrison's cross straight at the near post with Nieholt, and Murray, he just get the ball away with Davis for the Clarets over to that back post, and McMinn falls for him. It's on either flank all the time. It's never in the back of the net, however. McMinn trying to get it across, but fails to do so on that occasion. Harper, McMinn again for Randall. Randall, Ayres. McMinn again. Well, it's a ball played in for Ayres, a good one, but he can't control it. The man in on him very, very quickly, Kevin Horlock. Hoyland and Fjortoft having an old holding session there, and Hoyland puts it out. So the marking been done on Fjortoft by Burnley, and Willie Thorne pops up. Not Willie Thorne, what am I saying? Peter Thorne crops up with a couple.
Well, I think you got mixed up Willie Thorne with Steve Davis there in opposition, but Burnley certainly snookered this afternoon with, as you say, marking Fjortoft quite well out of the game, and then Thorne, comparatively unknown really in these parts, although he did come from Blackburn, has done the trick for Swindon with the brace this afternoon.
Yeah, McMinn's cross straight to the keeper. Nicky Hammond kicks long. I thought there was a few moments early on in the first half where we tested the keeper. He didn't look too confident, but we really hasn't had much to do in the way of shooting. Woodwork denying the Clarets twice in this game. And Burnley having used both their substitutes now. Well, they're outfield substitutes, I should say. Swindon in no great hurry to take this one. Robinson to Ling. O'Sullivan on the Swindon right. Winstanley's lunging challenge completely missing him. Oh, and Thorne again, headed off the line by Hoyland this time, and that could have been Thorne's hat-trick.
Yeah, it could have been. Thorne just nodding it back, and I thought another Swindon lad was going to finish it off, but Burnley escaping that time.
Harper. Davis. Trying a shot, switches over the ball. And Nicky Hammond then to take another goal kick. He's got all the time in the world, as the song goes. Foul. Horlock on Harper. The afternoon ebbs away for the Clarets. Harrison. Mullin takes it off him, corner. Nice. Ted McMinn then with this corner for the Clarets. Near post again, headed up by Winstanley, but caught by the keeper. I think Burnley running short of ideas now.
Yeah, it just goes to show with that effort that Steve Davis had. It looked as though he was going to put a cross in, but decided that he'd have a crack himself. But it's been a very frustrating afternoon. Hit the post twice, but it has to be said, really haven't been penetrative in front of goal. A lot of good approach play, but not finishing the good chances off.
Fjortoft holds the ball up, does well, goes past his marker. A shot which is way past the face. That's the real only thing really he's done, Fjortoft, in this game, and that was, well, it was wide.
Yeah, it's like Marlon's deflected that one wide. Fjortoft finding himself in a good position, but I think it would have flattered Swindon if they'd have got another one. 3-0 wouldn't have done justice to the way Burnley have played at times, but as we keep on saying, chances win matches, and we haven't taken ours, and Swindon's, well, certainly in the likes of what Thorne has done, has taken the points back down to Wiltshire this afternoon.
Certainly has, as Swindon still coming forward then, but on this occasion it's a Burnley throw. About 7 minutes left of this game. Ainsley Division 1, Burnley 0, Swindon 2. And Harrison Parkinson letting it run away from him, and Winstanley's interception not paying off at all. Or Sullivan up again. Winstanley with the head. Is McMinn. Ayres. Nice bit of play from Ayres for McMinn. Puts an early low ball in. Oh, and this must be a goal. And it's a goal for the Clarets and Jerry Harrison. And again, some good play from Ted.
Yeah, last Burnley finding the back of the net. Jerry Harrison just come on as substitute, and now Burnley with 5 minutes still able maybe to retrieve a point out of the match.
Yes, everything has to go forward now as Burnley finally hit the onion bag. Swindon won't want to sit back too much now, as Burnley will fight them to the final whistle. Look, Nieholt puts it up. Marlon Beresford kicks quickly up for David Ayres, but there's Robinson in for Swindon. Randall get the ball, Eddie. Harper does well, but Cannon's off his knees for a Swindon throw-in. Could really get a point from this if they really buckle down.
Yeah, the game's not dead yet. About 4 or 5 minutes, and Burnley have got to throw everything now at Swindon in the hope of salvaging something out of the match.
Yes, they've got to really show fighting character now in this last 5 minutes, as in the Burnley half of the field, Marlon Beresford at his feet. Ayres gets a good nod on. Harrison tries to get it in, but again Murray's in there for Swindon. All the way back to Beresford. Way out of his goalkeeping area. Ayres again, but not this time. Putting it wide, Davis for McMinn, getting round his marker. McMinn shoots, and it's wide for Ted. One more goal will give Burnley a point, which they really don't deserve to be beaten here today, do they?
Well, Burnley have had probably about 60-70% of the play, but Swindon have been clinical in their finishing, whereas ours has been a bit wayward. Apart from the two unlucky moments when Liam Robinson and David Ayres hit the woodwork.
Hoyland. Oh, Hoyland can't keep it. Here's Fjortoft now. Got free again. Winstanley in there, and Beresford out to smother. Been hoisted up for Mullen. He's been hustled and pushed by Taylor, the Swindon captain. The referee won't allow anything of it, and here's David Ayres, and a corner. All in for this one in the 6-yard box as Burnley take another corner. McMinn it is, near post, cannons off the heads, and luckily for Swindon, the referee's awarded a corner. You think that was a corner?
I thought that was a goal kick. I thought it came off Steve Davis, but there won't be many Burnley fans complaining about that if this one goes in the back of the net.
Certainly won't McMinn again then. Winstanley didn't get the flick. Ayres got a shot in. And they can't get the ball in the net again. The yellow shirts line up to block that ball for the Clarets. Back to Marlon Beresford now. High ball pumped up. Fjortoft been left on his own with Ling. Randall puts it out. It's a Burnley throw-in. Back to Marlon Beresford. 2 minutes on our clock remain of the match. Hoyland plays it up again. Swindon defending in the closing stages of this first division game here at the Turf. Ayres gets a good header straight to the keeper Hammond. Swindon, well, they're going to take the time, and really I suppose Burnley would do the same in their position.
Yeah, Burnley just throwing a lot of hopeful balls into the box now instead of trying to build through the likes of McMinn and getting some good telling crosses over. But with time running out now, Burnley just need to try anything they can to try to salvage something.
That's right, as Swindon have a throw-in now. Plenty of urgency in their camp, it must be said. Fjortoft down by the touchline. Parkinson, where's he going with this one? McMinn hammers the ball upfield. Mullen looking for that one and getting it. Davis. Randall finds David Ayres now. Let's have one before the final whistle. Ayres pushed out by the Swindon defenders. Parkinson will try a lucky one. It took a deflection and straight from the hands of Nicky Hammond, the Swindon keeper. Really haven't had much testing on the Swindon keeper this afternoon. Territorial play it might have been, but not enough shots on goal.
Yeah, it's all come a bit too late, I think, for Burnley. Just this sense of urgency in the last few minutes, and if the lads had been a bit more urgent earlier on, maybe with the play might have got something out of it.
Deflection there off Hoyland, which runs through to Beresford, the ball end of the ground, and minutes remain, possibly only one. Gooden dispossessed by Davis, and again Davis in very strong. Here's Harper. It's not a run from Ayres that time. The yellow shirts of Swindon pick the ball up. I make it 46 minutes played in the second half. 91 on the clock gone, and Burnley still trail. The referee not even looked at his watch as yet. Flick on from Harrison, but again it's not too good for Davis to get. It's gone straight to Taylor, the number 6. When Stanley for McMinn, and well, crashing to the ground, McMinn. Parkinson, Harrison on the right. The referee will surely blow at any time. Harrison, well, he gets dispossessed. Trying everything he knows to get Burnley a point. Parkinson. Oh, and he gives it away, does Harrison. Doesn't go too far. Swindon fans below us, joyous of the scoreline, and 3 points back to Wiltshire. Hoyland hammers it high up to the 18-yard area. Davis can't get his head to it. Randall switching it right side for Harrison. Down for Parkinson. A shot from Parkinson to take a deflection perhaps, and a goal kick.
Yeah, I think that's Burnley's last chance. Parkinson crashed that one just wide. It's needed a little touch, but a very frustrating afternoon for Burnley, and now really the backs to the wall in the relegation zone.
Yes, 2 games in hand, or 3 games in hand possibly. The ones that we have to play: Port Vale, Charlton Athletic, and Derby County coming up soon away from home. But that's little consolation when you throw 3 points away. And the trapdoor is opening for the Clarets quietly away, and that is a bad defeat for Burnley. Thorne, the scorer of 2 goals, grabs a brace for the Wiltshire side, and Burnley crash out this time.
Yeah, sad afternoon. The Burnley fans venting the feelings towards the lads, but a very frustrating afternoon. Hit the post twice, but all in all, not really the sort of performance Jimmy Mullen will have been looking for, and he'll be looking for a striker or someone during the week that can really finish some of these chances off.
The final score from Turf Moor, it's FA Cup next. It's Burnley 0, Burnley 1, Swindon Town 2.